An innings defeat. Well, almost 68 runs is like an innings defeat in T20 cricket, isn't it? 68 runs. That is huge. That is humongous. That is insane. It's midnight. I shouldn't have had coffee. Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Parthiv Patel and Harsha Bhogle. Hello.
We didn't have coffee.
Hello.
Yeah. You can see that by the energy.
Nini, your energy is, mashallah, very good, I say.
At his age, if he doesn't have, when will he have?
Correct. You are a youth, yeah. We are only keeping you here because of youth.
It's not coffee time.
That's right, actually. The problem is it's very early for Parthiv.
Yeah.
He hasn't woken up yet. It's not good morning. But good morning से याद आया कि good night कर दिया आज इंडिया के bowlers ने. West Indies के बल्लेबाजों का 122 for the loss of 8 wickets is all they managed to get. And nobody really got going. As you can see, Brooks with 20, Keemo Paul 19, Nicholas Pooran 18. A lot was dependent on him because Pooran's been in amazing form, but not today. On the other side, for the Indian bowlers, well, it was a good day for pretty much everybody. And of course, we spoke about the batting earlier, but we can still talk about it again. It was Rohit Sharma, the captain, leading from the front on a slightly dodgy wicket. And then, of course, Dinesh Karthik with his heroics in the end, 41 of 19. Got India to 190. But let's talk about the bowling first. Parthiv, what is the line we use in Hindi? Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. कद्दू कटेगा तो सब में बटेगा.
That's right.
ये मैं पहली बार सुन रहा हूँ.
Yeah, कद्दू कटेगा सब में. If you see the bowling analysis, you'll see everybody kind of pitched in today. And there you go. There's, as you can see, top to bottom. Well, besides Hardik, everybody was on the wickets. Ravi Bishnoi got 2. Ashwin got 2. Arshdeep got 2, out of which one was actually both were quite amazing, but in one the reaction was quite amazing. The first one.
He bowled very well.
Yeah.
I mean, the moment you saw that first over from Akhil Hussain, it was the third over of the innings.
Yeah.
You knew the West Indies are up against it, and you knew that India is going to bowl 12 overs of spin. And the West Indies, as we've often said, are at their best on good tracks. There's flamboyant batsmen chasing 180, 190, keep going for it. Ball stops and comes, it's always going to be difficult. And they put out a wicket like that and they bowled first. They had to bat second on it, which is a little baffling. Yeah. But India picked the better team. India picked 3 spinners, they picked 1.
Yeah, I think, I mean, of course, and they've had, let's not talk about selection issues with West Indies because they've been having them for a long time. But let's talk about the good thing that India did because they obviously read this surface much better. Playing 3 spinners in an international game these days is unheard of, no matter what the surface is.
Absolutely. Even in India, you don't see the 3 spinners playing in T20 or a one-day game. But yeah, obviously, as we spoke about, that India tactically has been brilliant throughout this tour. Even in the last one day, when they came out after rains, they thought that rain would come and they played like that. So technically today also playing 3 spinners and making sure that spinners bowl in different times. We saw Ravi Bishnoi bowling 4 overs together in death. We saw Ashwin and Jadeja bowling in first 6 overs. Usually we see R Ashwin bowling with new ball. You don't see Jadeja with the new ball, but we saw Ravindra Jadeja because of 2 right-handed matchups, as we say. So they had Ravindra Jadeja bowling. So Rohit was on top of his game as usual, being captain. So I think it was a good day for India.
Yeah, you see, as soon as Kyle Mayers got out, they sent Jason Holder up.
Yeah.
2 right-handers. Jadeja bowls the next over.
Yeah, and Holder had no idea.
No.
Holder just could not figure it out. He really couldn't. As you can say, actually, it was not just him. I mean, he couldn't figure Jadeja out, but the West Indies batters in general couldn't really figure out much of the bowling that was happening today. And you see Keemo Paul there is coming number 10. And he's 19 not out, so you'd really say that's perhaps one of the better performances that has come way down there. But it's so strange, Parthiv, and I'm it's confusing me a little also because in a way the captain is saying, oh, we want specialists to do roles, but actually this team is putting a lot of people into positions which are like that horses for courses that they talk about. Surya's opening, Bishnoi is bowling at the end, Jadeja's bowling at the top. So in a way they're also building a team where everyone can do everything.
Absolutely, that's what Rohit Sharma said in his pre-game as well. That we know there are holes to fill, and that is the reason why we are going to try different things. We are going to see where someone can fit in. So they did that with Rishabh Pant. They gave him a full series in England. Now we might just see Surya Kumar Yadav opening in full series here. We might just see Ravindra Jadeja bowl. Not because just 2 right-handers are bowling, but we might just see him bowling in power play and just to see what can he produce. So that's how you build team. That's how you build characters of players as well. Because you want someone to do the job irrespective of any situation, and that's what Rahul Dravid has done. What Harsha had mentioned about India A team, and now this is what has been translating into Indian senior side as well.
I think we've not seen Surya open too much, but maybe Rohit just said, "एक minute, मैंने तो इससे कराया था यार." एक पूरा season कराया था इससे. इसको भी but you were quite surprised seeing him open today.
I was very surprised because I thought this was the opportunity they would use to check out Rishabh Pant at the top of the order.
Yeah.
So I was expecting Rishabh Pant to come out and open the batting. But as I think Parthiv said, one day if you're 2 for 2 and Surya's got to come out to bat, he might as well know what it is to open the batting.
Yeah.
But also anybody bat anywhere.
Yeah.
And I've always felt that T20 cricket is like the old free-flowing football style through the 70s and 80s where anybody could play anywhere. I mean, obviously you had your strikers and your midfielders, but the midfielders went up, strikers came back. And I think this is a way of saying, okay, tomorrow, Deepak Hooda, you bat at 3, you got 100, but you know what, I'm going to bat you at 6 next because there might be a day when you have to come and finish the game. So everybody is getting exposure to different kinds of situations, which might on the surface of it seem a bit contrary to what he said, where we'll play them in the positions they play for their franchise. So some people have got fixed positions. Rohit Sharma is batting in a fixed position. DK is batting...
So two things are fixed. That's the bookends, the start and the end.
Hardik is batting in one fixed
Beginning
position.
में रोहित आएगा और last के 5 over DK खेलेगा. बीच में कोई भी कुछ कर सकता है.
But what an innings from DK. But you know, if you can get that scorecard up again, I wanted to pick your brains as well and Parthiv's. There were
Which one, sir? Which scorecard?
Which score?
The West Indies batting card. So the
West
bowling.
Indies batting card.
Batting card.
जल्दी लाओ.
West Indies batting card.
जल्दी लाओ. ये रहा sir.
There were so many wickets that were very well bowled. So you see the Arshdeep wicket of Kyle Mayers, he bowled a good bouncer. Then again, the reverse swinging ball to get Akil Hussain. I thought Ashwin's wicket of Nicholas Puran was beautifully bowled. But the Bishnoi wicket of Rovman Powell. So there's 4 wickets in there that you look and said, wow, that is good bowling.
Absolutely. That's something which we talked about. You know, Arshdeep, we've been talking about it. Arshdeep has been bowling difficult overs for Punjab Kings. You know, that he may not have taken 20 wickets in tournament, but he was bowling those difficult overs and he was bowling well. That is the reason why I've been always saying, I get very disappointed when Arshdeep doesn't get to play. I've been saying this every show, Arshdeep should play, Arshdeep should get a game. And, you know, to be reverse swinging left arm spinner and bowl just reverse swing Yorkers to a lefty. I think
so that was your favourite wicket?
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite.
Yeah,
wicket.
for sure.
And I think on top of all of this, I think it shows that India maintained the ball really well as well. You know, you usually don't see ball reversing too much in these days, but you know they made sure that balls have been maintained really well because they must have seen that Arshdeep could reverse swing, and we saw him how he bowled in England, the way he swung both sides. He had the capability of bowling bouncers he took wickets of Mayers and also the slow ones. So I think all in all, the full package which we are talking about, that's Arshdeep.
I mean, look at the fact, Hardik's bowled 2 overs, spinners have bowled 12 overs. That means overs are going to go away from either Bhuvi or from Arshdeep. But he's thrown the young kid in and he's given Arshdeep all 4 overs.
That's
Bhuvi's bowled 2 in the power play and that's it, never bowled again. But he's told Arshdeep, look at the side. I mean, that's the way I'm reading it. I could be completely wrong. You're in the side, I'm going to throw you in all situations. I'll give you in the power play, come back and bowl at the death and show me how good you are. I know what Bhuvi can do, let me see what you can do. I thought it was interesting. There's a young kid, he's playing, he wants to bowl. I'll give you 4 overs.
And loved the stare after getting that first wicket.
I mean, that's exactly how the youngsters are. That's what IPL has done to Indian young.
Otherwise, he seems quite gentle.
Arshdeep you tend to think he's this little mild
guy. He's very gentle and mild. You're right. So it seemed out of character for a second.
But none of the fast bowler likes to get hit, or none of the bowlers likes to get hit. And when you know that, I'm sure he must have planned it. Maybe before going in, he may have thought that Mayers would step out and I'll try and bowl a bouncer, and then he got a wicket. So that's a natural reaction, which is that's how the game's been played.
Do you think that Bhuvi only bowled 2 overs because he wanted Arshdeep to bowl 4, or because the second over that he bowled after that they didn't want to give him another over because it was so bad?
No, he bowled all right.
His second over was okay.
Yeah.
It was all right. What was it, Parthiv?
Maiden wicket.
Yeah, in the power play.
In the 6th over.
And I'll tell you why I'm laughing, because the effect of that was...
He didn't get over. He did not get another over.
And then my power play prediction came right.
Look at him.
सब अपना ही देख रहे हैं सर यहाँ पे.
देखो
सब अपना देख.
देखो.
ठीक है. Do you blame me?
You can preen. We'll talk to you. 42 for 3.
एक काम करो, उनका voice पे लो, मेरा visual पे लो.
42 for 3 when the last over starts. Cut to go. 42 for 3 when the last over starts. I have said 48 for 3.
Yeah.
Not just saying 40 whatever, 48 for 3.
पर सर वो तो brief था ही नहीं ना
42 for 3 when it started.
Yeah.
Thanks to Bhuvi, you came in.
Yeah.
But 42 se zyada 3 wickets was more important.
Okay, I'll just tell you something. Next time we play the guessing game, I'll say
Guessing?
ये guessing game ही तो है.
आपने guess किया था या सोच के analyze करके?
Guess.
Guess है. Guess
क्या
है.
कहते हैं अपना तुक्का
Guess
लगता
है पर मतलब next time we play the guessing game second match में,
Yeah.
तो I'll say 180 and it will be 32 degrees the temperature. और वो हो गया तो मैं थोड़ा तो वही ना. It's
And
not
you
the
can say
brief.
and they will have rum and coke in the evening.
कुछ भी ना. तो you can say anything, but the only thing that matters is the runs.
No.
सर आप 2.5 साल बाद स्टूडियो में आए हो. You have come after 2.5 years. You have forgotten protocol. You have not heard कद्दू कटेगा सब में बटेगा because you have not come to studio and you have not been watching our Hindi show.
Yes.
That's the truth of it, sir. We are very hurt. That sound. That's our hearts breaking.
बिल्कुल.
I'm
almost crying.
अदालत वाला एपिसोड आता है ना जो ऐसा लग रहा है.
बताइए
क्यों नहीं देखा आपने शो? इसलिए क्योंकि मैं इंग्लिश का शो मैं रोज काम करता हूँ इसलिए मैं नहीं देखा.
After many years of watching Hindi movies, I actually went to a court once, proper court. And I was
told
so
you so.
disappointed.
Yeah.
It was so boring. And I thought, that people would pace
You
around.
thought Sunny Deol would be walking around there like, 2 kilo ka haath. I don't know why I did Dharmender's voice, but
Correct. Because father and son.
well, back to the game.
And the producer in your ear.
No, I just thought I should because if I start talking about Sunny Deol, I could go on for a while.
Yeah.
Papa. Let's have a quick recap of what this game was. First of 5 games. India, of course, batted first, was put into bat first. 190 is what India got. And West Indies has fallen short by 68 runs, which means that India has taken a 1-0 lead in this 5-match series. I know that this series is supposed to answer a lot of questions for India leading up to the World Cup. But Parthiv, I'm telling you, my prediction is it will create you even more problems because more people will be successful out of their roles and you will end up getting even more options. This problem of plenty is about to get worse.
See, the problem will be for us, not for them. I mean, if you look at the Indian team with Rahul Dravid being at the helm and Rohit Sharma and the selectors, I'm sure, whatever they are doing, they have plan in their mind. You just don't do it like that. You just don't Surya Kumar Yadav just like that send opening, or you just don't give Jadeja overs in first 6 overs. So I'm sure they would have some plan in their mind, and that is the reason why we are seeing this. Then maybe come the Asia Cup or just maybe last 2 games here in this series itself, we might just see a combination with which India wants to go in Asia Cup and World Cup.
There's only one. I mean, it is getting difficult because there's so much quality around and everyone is seizing their opportunity. But selecting that squad won't be very difficult. There's just one decision to take when you have to select that T20 World Cup squad.
Yeah.
And that decision is not an easy decision to take because he's a legend of the game.
Yeah.
And by whatever parameter you look at Virat Kohli, he's a legend of the game.
Yeah.
So that is the one decision you have to take. Are you confident Virat Kohli can deliver you runs? Then the team pattern changes. But otherwise, it won't be that difficult once that decision is taken.
Wow, and that's a big and a very important decision. I don't know, would you have liked to see him play this series?
I definitely would have liked to. I would have liked him to play this one-day series.
Yes.
Because it's an easier option of coming back into form. Where there are 50 overs, there's a lot of time where you can get your 70, 80 runs and you can take your time, like Shikhar Dhawan did or like Shubman Gill did, run a ball. So I think that's an easier way to get back into the form if you're playing one-day cricket. And we all know, I mean, we talk about all formats, as Harsha Bhai said, Virat Kohli is legend of the game, and if whatever we are seeing, these opening changes and all of that are happening because they want to try and fit in Virat Kohli in that 11. That is the reason why we are seeing all of this Surya opening or Rishabh Pant opening. Oh. Yeah, that's something which I feel.
I wouldn't have minded him missing this. These are not, if the tracks are going to be like this, don't waste your time. Yeah. But he's been a great T20 player. I mean, anyone who has that kind of season, 2015, 16, 17, 18, he's one of the greats in Test match cricket, but he's a GOAT in one-day cricket.
Yeah, that's his format, isn't it?
He's a GOAT in one-day cricket. So, what is the best way for him to come back into form? He doesn't have to worry. If I've played 6 dot balls, I need to clear the boundary once. It's okay. Or ball's not swinging, seaming around. Do I play? Do I not? There's 3 slips. No, one-day cricket he owns.
Yeah.
And on those pitches, I mean, we didn't know the pitches are going to be like that, but I thought he might play the 3 one-days. Just ease himself back in.
All right, but let's bring it back now to these 5 because that's just one. There's another 2 to be played together. That's Monday and Tuesday. And then there's Saturday and Sunday. So these are two games that are going to be happening in St. Kitts. So they will travel from Trinidad to St. Kitts. And the reason why actually back-to-back games happen in West Indies, and you all know this as well because you worked there and I have as well, because the rigging and de-rigging of cameras actually and the travel between one island and the other, it's quite hard, right? It takes a lot of time. So that's why they...
Don't forget, they're all independent islands with different visas, different passports,
different countries.
currencies.
You're traveling between countries. That's what you're doing. So that's why you would have thought there's a game on Sunday. I thought there's a game on Sunday. Parthiv thought there's a game on Sunday, so he's not going home only.
Exactly. I thought there would be a game on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm also saying this so that your family can hear that it's the truth. ऐसा नहीं सोचे कि अरे ये तो गोली दे रहा है, वापस नहीं आया. It's true. Everybody thought there's a game on Sunday, but there isn't. So telling you as well, there is a game on Monday and there is a game on Tuesday. So they're playing back-to-back games and then they move to the US. That's why there's a 3-day break. And then they play games on Saturday and Sunday. Day बता रहा हूँ, date क्या है वो calendar में देख लेना. So there's 2 days of rest. So let's talk about the game that is happening in St. Kitts. That's of course on Monday, as I said. Any changes you'd like to see? Let's pull the squad up for India. Let's have the India squad up and see who are the other players that are in there. Today, the players that didn't get a chance were on the bench. There's Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, whose name is there, came in just today instead of KL Rahul, who's still not fit. So Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, Deepak Hooda, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Avesh Khan and Harshal Patel. You're probably expecting one of Avesh or Harshal, perhaps Harshal, Parthiv to come in because, I'm not asking you because you're a Patel, but because they played 3 spinners.
It's a good name.
It's a great name to have.
Akshar, there's Harshal, there's Parthiv.
Parthiv, there's a lot.
There's Purple.
Purple Patel. Parthi Patel.
Harshal Patel was named Purple Patel.
Yes, that's why you're wearing purple.
Purple, yeah.
That's why. And of course you, Parthi Patel. But this is not going to be a spinners party in St. Kitts like it was today.
Yeah, hopefully not. I think, we need probably a bit of contest in the game as well.
Yeah.
Because I think the way West Indies team is, I think if they play on a turner like this, they will find themselves difficult in a game again. So hopefully, if it's a good wicket, we might just see one spinner, not playing and see Harshal Patel plays.
That's the only change I can see.
But which one? I mean, Bishnoi bowled well today.
Yeah.
Does he not play because of juniority? I'm saying if seniority is a word, why is it not junior? Have you seen Satya Pe Satta, sir? You must have seen it. Amitabh Bachchan's famous film, Satya Pe Satta.
It's my
उसमें कहते हैं कि अगर
my generation film.
अगर माँ की ममता हो सकती है तो बाप की बापता क्यों नहीं हो सकती? Right? There's an actual dialogue. I swear, Kader Khan wrote it. तो अगर सीनियर की सीनियरिटी हो सकती है तो जूनियर की जूनियरिटी क्यों नहीं हो सकती?
तो सनी देओल हो गया, कादर खान हो गया, एक बार आप कंप्लीट कर ही लो ना सारा.
बच्चे आएंगे.
Talk about this.
सारे आएंगे एक एक करके. चित्रहार चल रहा है सर यहाँ पे. सारे आएंगे.
It depends on who they see as the more critical contender for that World Cup place.
Yeah.
So it will be either Ashwin or Ravi Bishnoi. I think they'll stay with Jadeja because they want to get Jadeja's bowling form back, just get him to bowl as much as possible. With this kind of surface, they might go the same side.
Oh, yeah, of course, if it's the same surface. But just to stay on that Bishnoi point for a second.
This is also a Harshal Patel kind of surface, huh?
Yeah.
You would have bowled
been great on this.
Surface.
But I'm saying, obviously you have Chahal as your first choice leggy. So, therefore, maybe Bishnoi not that much in contention?
I mean, you can play 2 spinners. Why not? I mean, India went with that theory of 2 spinners. We never that Kuldeep and Chahal.
No, but I'm saying Kuldeep's in the team as well. So if you play a second, you perhaps want to have just that little bit of variety.
No, I mean, just if you want to,
right leggy.
Bishnoi is a different kind of spinner than Chahal altogether. He'll bowl.
Actually, he's more an off spinner.
He bowls more of a googly.
They turn it the other way.
Yeah, they turn it the other way. So yeah, but if you ask me, I think I would play Bishnoi in place of Ashwin. I see more. I mean, I don't see Ashwin playing T20 World Cup, to be honest. I would want variety in Kuldeep, and I would want a bit of variety in Ravi Bishnoi as well, and Chahal. So wrist spinners actually give you that attacking option in between. Our Ashwin doesn't give you that attacking option in between.
Okay, let's have a look at the West Indies team then. You'd probably think they'll play another spinner, right? So Hayden Walsh perhaps would be in the team. Romario Shepherd didn't play. Dominic Drakes, Brandon King and Devon Thomas. Those are the ones who didn't play. But what are the changes you see? Hayden Walsh, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what Odean Smith's role is. Does Odean Smith have a clear role? He's not a 4 overs bowler.
Yeah.
And he's not a top 6 batsman.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Odean Smith's role is. So he would seem to be the most likely contender. Romario Shepherd tends to bowl with a new ball. But much like India, if they're saying, okay, we want to give Odean Smith 3 games to figure out what he's like. But he's bowling at an economy rate of 11, so he cannot give you 4 overs.
Yeah, in what, like 10 games or something.
14 games.
Yeah, after 10, 12, 13, 14
14
games.
games.
14
He's got an
games.
economy rate of 11. But Romario Shepherd's got an economy rate of 9, 9.5, thereabouts. So if you're not talking of too much, that's different.
Correct. And
I
if you're
would-
losing by 68 runs, then definitely not.
I would actually Dominic Drake's play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to see him play for Gujarat also, but our brother never played him only.
No, because, I mean, they've got Obaid McCoy as the left-hander, and they see him as an integral part. They'll have to keep on playing Alzari Joseph because they don't have fast bowlers to play T20 cricket. So they'll play Alzari again. They might just go the same side, who knows?
Oh, probably, yeah, I guess. But today, if the surface is the same, yeah, they definitely bring another spinner in. But if the surface is different, you never know. It could happen there. But the average first innings total there is even lower. Like today was what, 140? There it's like 119 or something. So which means that India will score 210.
I hope the sample size is very, very small.
Small, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
10
if
games.
over a largest sample size it's 119,
Then
they have produced the antidote to T20 cricket.
It's true, yeah.
Everyone saying T20 cricket is this poison that's coming and taking away our beloved Test match cricket. Little aware that T20 is funding Test match cricket at the moment.
Yeah.
But if it's 119 after quite a few games, then effectively it's telling people don't bother.
Yeah, and 8-10. It's like 8-10. 8-10 games. Chota hai.
There must have been a couple of very bad second
It'll
innings
change.
dismissals.
It'll
First
change.
innings.
India will bat first and change it.
Yeah.
बता रहा ना, बता दिया मैंने. आज मेरा सब prediction right हो रहा है. मैंने बता दिया आपको. One prediction, last one, because games never end over here. You see with me, because I'm such a fun guy. Player to watch out for in the second game. Come on.
Player to watch out for.
Guessing game, crystal ball, see into future.
Surya Kumar
Brain.
Yadav. Surya Kumar Yadav for me.
Surya Kumar Yadav.
I'm just going with the flow. That's all. Just going.
Why not today's... who's today's man of the match, by the way?
Guess.
Today's
Rohit
man of the
Sharma.
match.
More guess.
Typically, in bowler-friendly conditions, you give the man of the match to a batsman.
Yeah, and in batter-friendly conditions also you give it to a batter. So, in both places.
No, there's far more bowlers in the commentary box these days, so there are many, many more bowlers getting man of the match awards.
चलो, इतना analysis, guess करो, जल्दी करो.
हाँ, तो ये- it has to be either Rohit or DK.
Okay, you?
Arshdeep.
One you have to pick. So you picked Arshdeep, you pick, come on, toss the coin.
I don't want to con people, I know the answer.
Oh, acha, that's why.
Acha, you've been told answer straight in.
No.
100 for you.
He saw it before.
So I actually
good
kept the
student.
bluff going, saying, no, it has to be this or this, it has to be a batsman. I couldn't keep the bluff going too much longer.
See, he's very smart, but he's also very sweet. he tried to bluff us, but then he told us he was trying to bluff us.
नाम तो बता दो लेकिन.
Dinesh Karthik is the one who got the player of the match. So congratulations to DK. Brother. Well done. 41 of 19. It was a great innings, especially given the surface. Player to watch out for, sir. Yours? You both have to give 1-1 India, 1-1 West Indies. Both.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Extra work I'm making.
He went Surya Kumar. I'd like to see Arshdeep in his second game.
Arshdeep, excellent. And West
See,
Indies?
because he's been mighty impressive with the two games, one in England, one here.
Yeah.
He's been extremely impressive. We'd now like to see the third, fourth, fifth game में ज़रा idea आ जाती है. So I'd like to see how Arshdeep goes. I want to see whether he's swinging the ball. Today he brought it back in. He bowled the bouncer. He of course took pace off, and he bowled a great Yorker. So he started to show his range. So him.
Okay. So that's yours. And West Indies player?
West Indies में I'm going Akil Hussain.
Akil Hussain.
Just because the kind of that scores which been predicted 119, maybe that kind of wicket where slow wicket you might just see him 3 wickets, 4 wickets.
With that kind of wicket.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Nicholas Pooran lead from the front and show that in difficult conditions he can win games for the West Indies. So at some point he's got to break free out of someone who's extraordinarily promising to someone who's a proper match winner for the West Indies.
Excellent. All right. So let's just finish our business here. Like we cross the T's and dot the I's. And that's the joy factor question. क्या हो गया सर आप बड़ी सोच?
नहीं मैं सोचा नहीं सोचा आंसर क्या हो सकता था मैंने सोचा नहीं अब तक.
Question लाओ फिर से. Show the question. Can you repeat the question,
एकदम
please?
अच्छा, I thought you started off becoming Jeevan and then you suddenly halfway through.
Question. How? For which team did Virat Kohli score of 184 of 121 balls after Manish Pandey was dismissed early? Early means what, like 7 in the morning?
Was there an under?
To win a tournament final in 2009.
2009.
No.
No, this is after the Under-19 World Cup. That was 2008.
Yeah.
So this is 2009.
Yes.
So there must have been an India emerging side or an India A side somewhere.
Could be a...
But that wouldn't be big enough to be a quiz answer.
Maybe they were playing for Sunfoil India?
I don't know.
Why did you think of sunfoil?
I don't know. I just did. I
Sunfoil.
think of strange things at strange times. All right. None of us know the correct answer, so let's just show it. Here it is. Mohan Bagan. In the peace intro.
Peace intro.
Joy's got to have a Mohan Bagan connection somewhere.
Yeah.
There's also a peculiar question about MS Dhoni going and playing in one of those games. I might have played for East Bengal or something, and hitting some mammoth score.
It was apparently Mohan Bagan Day yesterday.
Mohan.
That's why.
That's why.
The day they beat
won that
East
IFA
Yorkshire.
That the IFA Shield, when they won the IFA Shield.
That's now when Joy was in school, 1911. Because he only likes to ask questions from year 1900 to year 1930. Those are his formative years. So Joy likes to ask questions from then.
Mohan.
There are some people who did get the correct answer. Some proper geeks. The first one of them was Suryansh Sethia.
So is he older than Joy or younger than Joy?
I think he was he was junior to him by 2 years. So he's won by juniority today. That's how he's won.
It is getting late.
He's won.
It's time to
Congratulations,
wrap up the show.
सूर्यांश. अभी थोड़ी देर में सूर्य उदय हो जाएगा. तो उसके पहले हमको चले जाना चाहिए यहाँ से. हम आपसे मिलेंगे मंडे को. बेटा याद रखना, संडे नहीं. संडे को बहुत आदत हो गई है सबको क्रिकेट देखने की. We don't get a Sunday off these days. There's always cricket happening on a Sunday. So
I don't know. You're the guys who keep talking about going to England and Heathrow and Bond Street and this. मैं यहीं था, so मुझे को नहीं फर्क पड़ता.
He's just being modest.
He's सारी दुनिया घूम के आ गए और हम कहीं नहीं जा सकते. हम गरीब एक बस क्या पकड़ ले, हमको अच्छा नहीं लगता. फिर सनी देओल ना बन जाओ कहीं. ठीक है, जाने का टाइम हो गया.
अभी हमें हिंदी शो भी करना है वापस.
हम दोनों को और काम करना है अभी.
बिल्कुल. हम काम करते हैं.
ओहो. चलो ठीक है, बड़े मियाँ छोटे मियाँ आप लोग शो करिए, मैं घर से देखता हूँ. ठीक है, आई विल वॉच इट फ्रॉम देयर. आराम से बिस्तर में रजाई लेके आराम से. अच्छा करना. ठीक है, अच्छा करना.
लेकिन उसमें सनी देओल नहीं आएगा.
हाँ,
उसमें
शो में सनी देओल नहीं आएगा.
न जीवन आएगा, न कोई नहीं आएगा.
एल्बर्ट. आज बड़ी बच्चन साहब की फिल्में याद आ रही है, तो मैं घर जाके देखता हूँ. एक अमर अकबर एंथनी आई थिंक देखूंगा मैं. मन कर रहा है अमर अकबर एंथनी. चलो, फ्रॉम मी ज़बेस्को एंड माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, Amar Akbar Anthony show is happening over here. This will start again on Monday evening at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Show का नाम है Cricbuzz Live. इनका नाम है पार्थिव पटेल. Wave to camera. ये है पार्थिव पटेल फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद. क्लोजअप लगाओ भाई, क्या कर रहे हो? लगाओ. हाँ, ये है पार्थिव पटेल फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद. आज पहने हैं वाइन रेड. मंडे को पता नहीं कौन सा कलर पहन के आएंगे. आपसे मिलेंगे मंडे को. ये हमारे बड़े भाई हर्षा भोगले साहब व्हाइट जूते पहन के आएंगे मंडे को. ये हमें बता चुके हैं. हम आपके व्हाइट जूते देखने के लिए बहुत ही उत्सुक है. बेताब भी है. बेताब तो सनी देओल की फिल्म भी थी. मेरा नाम है गौरव कपूर. हम आपसे मिलेंगे मंडे शाम को. गुड बाय.